So this video is for when you have finished your retake practice, and it's to help you check it and so you can also see the answers and the work that goes along with it. So the first question that you needed to do whenever you were solving these problems was it says circle the 3 different ways to write a ratio in simplest form. So we're going to pay attention to that simplest form, and it wants the sunglasses emojis to the total emojis. So I'm going to write sun to total. If I look at the sunglasses emojis, there are 6 of them. To the total emojis is all of the emojis, so there's actually 8 emojis there. And if you got it wrong, more than likely you said, oh, they're 6 to 8, and this is in 8 to 6 order, so I'm going to choose that one instead. But you actually need to simplify. So it says 6/8, they're both even, so I can divide numerator and denominator by 2, and I'm left with a solution of 3/4. So these 3 should be your answer for number 1. In number 2, it says which relationship describes 3 to 5? The ratio of red to blue, if there's 5 red, and it's right here, to 3 blue. Well, that doesn't match our ratio of 3 to 5, so it can't be A. Green to yellow, so there are 25 green to 15 yellow. Now that doesn't match right now, but if I rewrite that problem as a fraction, I can see that I can simplify it. So I'm going to divide by 5. 25 divided by 5 would be 5. 15 divided by 5 would be 3. So my answer is 5/3, which still doesn't match 3/5, so it can't be B. The ratio of red to blue, there are 15 red, according to this, and 25 blue. Again, if I write that as a fraction, I can see that I can simplify that one. Divide by 5 because they end in 5. And I'm left with 3/5, which does match what they're looking for up here. So C could be the answer, but I'm going to check D just in case. So this is yellow to green. There are 5 yellow to 3 green according to this problem, which does not match. So your answer for that one should be C. For number 3, the 3 different ways to write a ratio, it is a fraction, a colon, which is those double dots, and the word to. A lot of you like to choose percent. It's not a percentage. It's just a fraction, colon, and the word to. The next one, what is the ratio of chocolate covered to plain donuts? So I'm going to do chocolate to plain. And if I count the chocolate, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of people forget this last one. So it's 5 to the plain. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plain. So you could write it as a colon, you could write it as a fraction, or you could use the word to. Both 5 and 7 are prime numbers, so that means I cannot simplify them because they don't have a common factor. Number 5, which relationship describes 1 to 4? So I'm going to go through. This says cats to dogs, and there's 1 cat to 4 dogs, and that does match what I'm looking for. So A could be an answer, but I'm going to check B and C just to be sure. Cats to dogs, there are 4 cats to 3 dogs according to this problem. Remember, you have to put it in order, and it does not match. Girls to boys, there are 5 girls to 3 boys, which does not match. So the answer for that one should be A. Number 6, a bag contains 12 red apples and 4 yellow apples. What is the simplified ratio of yellow to red? So I'm going to compare yellow to red apples. There are 4 yellow apples to 12 red apples. Remember, yellow comes first. That means I have to write it first. Now, if I look at that fraction, I can simplify it, and it gave me a hint, simplify my ratio. I can divide that by 4 because they're even, and Big Brother 4 works. 4 divided by 4 is 1, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Remember, you are welcome to always use a multiplication chart as we go through these. And there are the 3 ways that you could write the ratio. All of them are correct. Number 7, the picture shows circles, squares, and hearts. What is the ratio of circles to all shapes? So I'm going to do circles to all. There are 2 circles to all the shapes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shapes. 2 is prime, and it doesn't divide 9. So you can write it as a colon. Here's 2/9 as a fraction, and here's with the word 2. And all of those are correct. Number 8 wants you to give the fraction decimal percent of the picture that's shown. So if I count these, this is a 10 grid, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that are shown, so it'd be 6/10. And if you simplified, it's okay, but I'm going to leave it at 6/10. The decimal form for this one, remember your place value, or you could do long division. This is the ones place in front. The first place behind the decimal will be the tenths. So the 6/10 goes here and the leading 0 because there's no whole number. So my decimal would be 6/10. And then for the percentage, you can either use what we have learned in this unit and move 2 towards where that percent sign goes and make this 60%. Or you can use what we know from the ratios unit and make a equivalent ratio out of 100 because I know a percentage is out of 100. 10 times 10 would be 100. 6 times 10 would be 60. And anything with a denominator of 100 is a percentage. So this would be 60%. And then the last one that you had to do was this one. Again, it's another percent grid, but this one's out of 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 78. Out of 100, there's a 100 piece squares there. If you simplified, that's fine, but I'm going to leave it unsimplified. The decimal, remember the second place after the decimal point is the hundredths place, so that last digit should fall there. There's no whole number, so the 0 goes leading. So decimal is 0.78, I'm sorry. And then the percent, anytime a fraction has a denominator of 100, makes it a percentage, so this is 78%. If you have any questions, please let your teacher know, and make sure you ask any questions prior to you doing your retake.